Welcome to Tea and Cornbread, a conversation with Sean and Tracy, where warmth, wisdom, and community come together. Just like a good meal shared with loved ones, our podcast brings heartfelt conversations with incredible people who are making a difference.
We spotlight community leaders, change makers, and everyday heroes who uplift, encourage, and support those around them. Grab a cup of tea, pull up a chair, and join us as we share inspiring stories, real talk, and a whole lot of love. Because when we come together, we nourish more than just our bodies, we feed our souls.
Right. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. It's Tea and Cornbread.
Yes, it's us. We back at it again. Listen.
Back at it again.
Yes, we just gonna hop right into it. My sister, do you want to start off with the breathing?
Oh, yeah, sure. We got peppermint. Peppermint
Yes.
going to wake us up this morning.
And we already have it on our hands.
Yes. All righty. Remember, we're going to deep breathe into our nose. Make your feet flat. Sit straight. We're going to deep breathe. Inhale through the nose. Hold it for 4. Exhale through the mouth for 5 or 6. All right. We're going to inhale our intent for this conversation. We're going to exhale all that doesn't serve us, anxiety, nerves.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to inhale these women that we're about to talk about because it is Women's Month, and we are talking about women entrepreneurs from the 19th century, the 19th and the 18th century.
Okay.
All right. Your devotional.
Staying on path. I'm going to read from God's Moment for Women. And no rhyme or reason. This one that I'm going to read from says, Exercise Queen. Whoever serves me must follow me, and where I am, my servants also will be my Father, will honor the one who serves me. Are you obsessive about exercising? How many hours do you work out? How many days a week? How about being thin? Are you obsessive about what you will and will not eat? The media has created an unrealistic image of what a perfect female body should look like. Some women buy into that image and obsessively work themselves crazy trying to look like the models in the magazines. And for what? Are they happy? As they spend all of their time dieting and exercising, do they ever feel like they are truly thin enough? Now understand that this obsession goes beyond trying to live a healthy lifestyle. In fact, it goes all the way to being unhealthy. Exercising and eating healthy are fine, but it is also important to accept the way God made you and appreciate your uniqueness. Take care of yourself, but focus your real energy on being a woman who loves and serves God. I know that started out kind of weird when I said exercise queen, and everybody thought, oh, she loves exercise. She's going to talk about exercise. But the moral of the story is love who you are and what you look like.
Yes.
The world has created this unrealistic female, thin, makeup. We could go on.
Listen.
Be you.
Think about
Be
us,
you.
right?
Yeah.
Think about us. We've been
Look at
trying
us.
to. Yeah. We are
Natural.
flawless. We are flawless,
Yes.
right? With no makeup.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we try to have our hair done.
Right.
That goes without saying. But
Definitely.
at the same time, be yourself. Be who you are as a queen.
Definitely.
Right? Exercise your queen.
That's it.
Yeah. Period.
And thank
Period.
God every day for who you are. No,
You are.
trying to be a mimic of someone else is not reality.
Mm-mm.
And does it make you happy in the end? Honestly,
Mm-mm.
it doesn't.
Nope.
Doesn't.
So that was a good one.
That really was.
That was a good one, especially for this month.
Yes.
Right? It's Women's
Yes.
Month.
Stay
right?
focused.
And stay focused. And what are we doing? We are talking about women that were extraordinary.
Yes. Great.
In the 1800s and 1900s.
Mhm.
Not yesterday, last month, last year, 10 years, 20 years ago. No, we're talking centuries ago, you know.
Which
So
helped shape where we
who
are and who we are.
Yeah.
That's what we have to remember. We didn't
Ex-
get here by accident.
It's in our DNA.
Yeah.
It's in our DNA. So I'm excited about the people we're gonna talk about today. You want to do the first one?
Yeah, I can. We talked about her again last year, but it's, if we don't talk about history, we'll lose it, and we have to keep
they're
people
trying to delete it.
Yeah. So
they're trying to delete Black history.
What guess what?
But we're
We
not
ain't gonna let them.
Nah, we're not going down that rabbit
We're
hole.
gonna keep talking about it. And I know somebody's gonna say, "Oh, you keep
Here
talking
we
about the
go.
past and da
Yeah.
da 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 da." Well, how do you know how you got here if you don't talk about it?
Exactly.
You got to talk about it. So our first one is Dr. Rebecca Lee Crumbler, Caring for Women's Health. Dr. Rebecca Lee Crumbler was the first Black woman physician in the United States.
Say that again.
First Black women's physician in the United States. That is, I don't even know the right word to say, but come on now. Come on now. How many times have you even heard that or have somebody talk to you about that? Did you know that? Did you know that?
Well, we did talk about her last year.
We did talk about her last year.
Yeah,
and we talk about her again this year because
Absolutely.
I think that needs to be known. After the Civil War, she cared for formerly enslaved people who had little access to medical care. She also wrote one of the first medical books focused on women and children's health. Think about that. Really. Just think about how dynamic that is, how she saw a need. How she probably was like, come on.
Yeah.
I am lost for words right now. During a time when women were often dismissed in medicine, she was educating families about prevention, nutrition, and wellness. All the things that we seem to talk about a lot of times on our podcasts, trying to keep people aware. Take care of yourself, eat right, exercise. Little things mean a lot.
Yeah,
So.
and even what you just read in the devotional.
Yes.
This is all in alignment.
Everything goes, yes.
All in alignment.
Yes.
Yeah. So think about it. How are you taking care of yourself? How are you taking care of yourself? So, yeah, Dr. Rebecca Lee Crumpler. Yes. That's great. I hope you guys check them out and look a little deeper on these women and share it with your children.
Definitely.
Especially your girls. Share it with your children. Share it with your girls. It doesn't matter, white, black, and different. You know what I mean? It's not about race. It's about empowering young women. It's about empowering women, period. Because even us at this age, we still need people to pour into us, or we still need to know this information so that we know where we come from and where we're going, right? Yeah.
And people are still fascinated by us. And I
Are
say
they?
this, let me tell you. I was in a store, and people think, I do not make this stuff up. I was in a store the other day, and the lady walks up to me, and she says, "Excuse me." Yes. But is that your hair? Excuse me? Yes, it is. But that's why I say people are so fascinated by it. It's like, I don't feel the need to, want to touch hair or question if that is someone else's hair. But people of different cultures, I'll say, do. They find us very fascinating. Very.
Because what
we're
did you
unique
read?
and fabulous.
I was just about to say. that was coming out my mouth.
We're unique and fabulous.
That's the way I raised my kids and my nieces and nephews. That was always my phrase.
I start laughing inside my head. Like I did.
Unique and fabulous.
I just start laughing because I'm thinking, like, lady. And I will say she was an older lady. And I don't know what she's used to seeing. Or I know what she thinks about us, that we are fake hair, fake nails, fake body, because to me, I love my hair. I love my hair, but people find this so fascinating. This has been around for centuries. I didn't create this.
Right.
So
and I didn't either.
It baffles me that people still don't get it, but I love it. Keep paying attention.
Yeah, and it goes back to be who you are.
Right.
Be who you are, what God made you to be, and don't be offended, right? You take it in stride. It's like, yep. This
No.
God made this. Yes, it is mine. It is mine,
Yes.
and keep on moving.
That's it.
Keep on moving. So, yeah. All right. It's so funny. It's so funny because sometimes, like you said, you can't make this stuff up.
You
And it's
can't.
really, really, it gets annoying to a certain
Yeah.
extent.
It's like it's
But not when you,
2026 and we're
right.
still
But not
buck.
when you know yourself. When you know
Right.
yourself, then it won't get annoying. It's just, um, somebody says to, somebody said to me one day, Sean, do you, what is it that you do? Right? And I said, what do you mean? Because I hear your name. I hear your name. I said, well, I was born and raised here. And they're like, okay, but who are you? And I was saying to myself, I get stuck with that question.
Mhm.
I really
I
do.
think it's a
You
hard
know what I
question
mean?
to
I do. I get stuck
answer.
with that question, even though I am confident within myself,
Mhm.
um, and the way we were raised is love yourself,
Mhm.
love yourself, and you are unique, and always to help people,
Right.
always serve people, always treat people like you want to be treated, but it's hard to describe
Right.
who I am, quote
Mhm.
unquote, or I guess describe what I do, but not who I am,
Right.
right? And it's just a matter of when you walk in the room, sometimes you know off the bat who you are. Like
Mhm.
people will know you who you are, or yeah. So it's funny. It's just funny.
Yeah.
It's just funny. But when we're reading these women that are out here that are just moving, they
Mhm.
just moved. They saw a need, they did it, and
They didn't let nothing
they
stop
didn't
them.
let nothing stop them. They didn't ask permission.
That right there.
They didn't ask
That right
permission.
there. That's $1 million answer. They did not ask permission. They
They
just went
didn't.
ahead.
They just did it.
Yeah.
They just did it. So for Dr. Crumpler to create a book
Mhm.
focused on women and children's health
Mhm.
back in in the 18th centuries, right? Women and children's health.
Mhm. Very relevant still to this day. Very
Yes.
at the top of the list.
Educating
Um.
families in prevention, nutrition, and wellness. It
Mhm.
wasn't about medication.
Right.
It was about taking care of yourself. And that's what we talk about on a regular
Mhm.
basis, right? How do we take care of yourself? When we talk about these different people out here that are doing big things in the community, it's about
Yes.
taking care of yourself.
Mhm.
Yes, it's more women because we're women,
Right.
right?
It's just what
We're
we
women,
do.
yeah. But think about that. How are you taking care of yourself? And taking care of yourself doesn't mean um, always popping a pill. It's
Mhm.
like, or even taking supplements. It's like, no, put some real food. Eat
Mhm.
real food.
Make a
That,
meal. Don't go
yeah,
out to a restaurant.
breathe. Don't take
Yes.
everything personal. Like
Watch
you
what you're
said,
drinking,
yeah, yeah.
A lot of
What
times
you
we just pick up juice,
what you're putting in your
You got to read
body.
labels,
Hmm. I know we're going down the rabbit hole, but it's okay
It
because
all
that's
goes
what we do,
together. It all
right?
goes together
It
though.
does. It does. And we'll talk about that too at the end. But yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, so our next person is Mary Ellen Pleasant. Mary Ellen Pleasant was a businesswoman and an abolitionist who used her wealth to support freedom movements. She was also known for providing herbal remedies and health support in her community. Her businesses created safe spaces for people to gather, rest, and receive care. Sometimes healing doesn't just come from medicine, it comes from community and prevention. Yes, that's what we do. That's what we do on a regular basis.
It's very fascinating how they all had the kind of same kind of mindset back in the day. Their goal was to reach women, prevention, eat well. Very interesting.
Hmm. So when she was talking about healing doesn't just come from medicine,
Hmm.
right? When we talk about community. So I was talking to somebody and they were saying they don't have girlfriends. They don't have they're alone a lot. They're by themselves all the time. And the first thing I said is and then she says, there's nothing for women to do like our age and da da da. I said, you're not paying attention to what's around you.
Hmm.
I said, You can do line dancing every week. You can do double dutch every week.
Yep.
There's always some kind of activity or some kind of event happening on a regular basis, all surrounded by women
Yes.
and women's health. I said, so, okay. I said, well, you got to come out your house to see it,
Right.
right? I said, you shouldn't be alone because community is very important. Community is important. When we talk about the village, you know, your village, no matter how old you are, right, is community. You know, what do? First thing people say, well, I go to church. Yeah, church is part of it.
Right.
Church is definitely part of it. But do you just go to church and you leave right after the service?
Yes.
Right?
Stay
There's
around, socialize, talk to
right,
people.
get involved
see
with
what's
one of
going
the
on.
auxiliaries in the church.
Yeah.
You know, find some women that are like-minded about yourself, or find the women that are thinking about the things that you think about, that you don't think that you know anybody that thinks like you. Same thing. Find the
Yeah.
women that are mindful like you.
Yeah,
you
because
know?
9 times out of 10, if you're thinking about it, someone else is.
already did.
But you got to have the
Think about this,
conversation. Yeah.
right? We're
Yeah.
all doing these things.
Now,
There's a lot of women
yep,
in our
but
community
they've already
that's
been out
doing
there.
these
Yeah.
things.
Yeah. You're just
know?
enhancing on what already has been
Been there.
created.
That's been there. It's nothing.
yeah.
What they say is nothing new under the sun.
Nothing.
And when you read the Bible, oh my goodness, I didn't know half the stories in the Bible are so relevant today in a way where it's like, whoa, oh, I didn't know that already happened, right? You think it happens only when you saw it
When you know
for the
it,
first
when
time.
you realize it, or
Right.
you get educated on something.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So think about that. Community healing. That's what Mary Ellen Pleasant was big on, community healing. You know, what does community look like for you? Right? Come on out. Come on out. There's so many different opportunities for you to join in on community, join
Right.
in on other women that are our age, you know, because we're in the middle age. I mean, we could talk to the young women, but y'all ain't here yet.
Right.
You're not
Right.
here yet, but just know you can still join in, right? And surround yourself with mature women that are doing things that uplift, that are, you know, not these people out here fighting each other or arguing over something that is so minuscule, right?
Right.
And it doesn't
Right.
make sense. But at the same time, what are you doing for you in the community
brighten your
for,
horizons.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
to just
Get
you know,
involved.
create a
you
healthy
don't know.
space.
Yeah.
Healthy
yeah.
space.
And maybe that's what she needs to figure out too. What makes her happy? What does she want to do or give back? You know,
And I asked that question too.
You know, get outside and look around, see what's
Right.
going on around the city
Right.
that she's not aware of. So hopefully check back in with her and see if
I
she made a
will.
move.
I
Like see
will.
if she talked to someone or went to one of the events that you
Activities.
told her
Yeah,
about.
yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Because there are a lot that are out there.
Mhm.
It's just a matter of you seeking it out.
Right.
You know?
Right. And you have to be around people that are not going to drag you down.
Right.
You know.
Well,
some
you
people,
need to.
But if you
it's
don't
gonna
know,
happen, and you may be in a room, but you can move away from that. That's one thing
Absolutely.
that we have to remember. It can be in a room, but I'm going to the left right now because I don't have,
The
and
energy.
I don't have the energy, and sometimes I don't know how to be pleasant. So, I was talking about that the other day with Jan. I said, I don't know, maybe it's me because I think people misread me sometimes when I make a comment.
Or underestimate you.
No, I think
Oh, they
they
misread-
think they
Oh, they
I
misread
don't
you.
think I was being negative, but you may think the comment came out negative,
Okay.
So I'm working on that.
Okay.
But
And until somebody says something,
Right.
not say something to somebody else,
Right.
We have to be
Right.
women enough
right,
to say,
hold me accountable in the moment.
Yeah, it's like, wait, what do you mean by that? Before you say, well, this and that. It's like, no, what do you mean
Exactly.
by that?
Exactly.
Because you can misunderstand
Misunderstand somebody. Yes.
somebody, yeah.
Yes.
Or things can get lost in translation too.
Very much so.
Oh, I hate text messages.
Yes.
When text messages happen sometimes and they're long, it's like pick up the doggone phone.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it can get lost in translation. But that's not what we talking about today.
No.
We talking about health and wellness and community healing and these wonderful women that have paved the way for us
Definitely.
to know that the things that we think about, the things that we do, the things that we do in community has not been, this is not new. This is not
This
new.
is not
And
new.
this is just, to keep everybody together, right? To keep everybody together. So you went to something this weekend
Hmm. I
that
did.
that is in alignment of what we're talking
It
about,
is.
and
But we'll do our last
it's in
one.
today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
You want to do it? Or
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay.
Mhm.
Sarah Spencer Washington. She expanded beauty education. She built Apex Beauty Products Company. Um, it was another major beauty empire. Um, and it says another because she wasn't the only one with
Right.
that mindset, as we've already discussed, that knew there was a need.
Mm-hmm.
There was a need. She created beauty salons and product lines. Her goal was simple: to teach women how to take care of themselves,
Mm-hmm.
build wealth at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So not only did she want you to take care of your body, mind, and soul, she wanted you to build wealth for yourself and your family. How innovative is that?
Mm-hmm.
Again, I'll
Mm-hmm.
use the word and you'll hear it probably for the rest of the month from Sean and me, from myself. Excuse me. Yeah, take care of yourself. But not only take care of yourself, build that empire. And these are things that we needed, that we use on a daily basis. These are things that we need to survive.
Mm-hmm. And there are companies out here that are still doing this, still doing this. And we have distributors. So when they're talking about building wealth at the same time, when you have distributors like Dudley Products are still around, people are like, oh, nobody uses Dudley Products anymore. Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
And Dudley is over 40 something years old, and I still have a distributor. I've known her over 40 years already.
Wow.
Because Kyle is
Dedication,
Kyle is
huh?
39.
And you like the product.
Yeah, and their education, and they are a company where you should not be able to find their product over the counter. The other thing is their main staple was about education. Their main thing was about making sure the stylist understood and created wealth in the way that they learned a skill, they honed their skill from the beginning to the end. Right? Their school, when I was coming up, and I've been a licensed cosmetologist. I graduated from Kaner Tech, so I started straight out of school, right? So I was 18 years old, and they had a school, and I don't remember if the school is still in existence right now. I know they still do education, but they had a school where, as a cosmetologist, you can go and earn your PhD in cosmetology.
Wow. Wow.
Yes, right? And I was on that track. And then because it wasn't a traditional university, the state of North Carolina dismantled it in a way
wow.
where they couldn't use the word university anymore. They couldn't use associate, master. You can go for your associates, your bachelor's, your master's, and a PhD in cosmetology. And this was in the 80s and 90s, because that's how far back it goes for me, right? 80s and the 90s. And so that's one company that's still around that has distributors. Another one is called Design Essentials. Design Essentials, I have a distributor for Design Essentials. They are the same. They do education. Their product line is all black product line, black owned. And they are big on making sure you know how to use the product properly, not just selling it to the client. So, and there's another one called Congo, another distributor for them in Nairobi. So just off the top of my head, those are old school, not old school, those are old product lines that we've been using forever. And they have distributors, and the distributors make their money by bringing it straight to the cosmetologist.
Can you get all of those over the counter though?
No,
Nairobi?
you can't. You can't.
Can you get Nairobi over the counter?
No, these are not. And that's what makes these unique, because you can't get it over. They want to make sure it gets into the professional's hand.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
There are a lot of product lines out over the counter that you can get, but you got to go through trial and error to figure out what works for you. But if you go to a cosmetologist or hairstylist or stylist, whatever you want to call us, right? You want to go to a cosmetologist that is educated, yes, educated on the product. They know what products to use for your hair. You know what I mean? So if you're not sure of what to use on your hair, don't just go buy something arbitrarily and just, try it because it says, oh, my hair is 4C, 3C, whatever that is, right?
I don't even know what that means.
I know,
but
right?
I think you're right. Going to a beautician or barber that has been educated is very important. And I think people have lost that. I want to go get my hair done. I want this done or that done. But is that person taking care of your hair?
Exactly.
That's very, very important. That makes a
big difference.
Yes.
And the younger stylists, if you are one of those stylists that are younger, like say in your 30s or your 20s and 30s, that are building your clientele with education, right? Making sure you're taking care of those. Reach out to us because I'd like to highlight some of that. Because I get people calling me or just, Sean, are you still doing hair? Because I can't find nobody to do my hair. They don't take care. They don't know. I mean, and they go on. And I'm not going to sit here and say that they're right because I don't know.
You don't know.
Right? I don't know the
you
young
only
stylists.
know what you do.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know the young stylists out there. So if you are a young stylist or if you go to a stylist that's young, that takes care of your hair, reach out to us because we would love to highlight them. Because there's a lot of people out here that are looking for someone to take care of their hair.
Yes, explain stuff. Not just do it. You know what I mean?
Not just do it.
It's like maintenance, just like everything else. We go and take care of ourselves, like we just talked about prevention, nutrition, and wellness. You need to do the same thing with your hair.
Absolutely. If you're having scalp issues, if you know someone out there that really does take care, and they're professional. They have their own salon. They don't have to have their own salon, but if they're professional, we need to highlight them because I'm getting
like Sean
negative.
She said, reach out.
Yeah,
let's have a conversation.
Conversations in the streets. In the streets. Yeah.
So yesterday, I went to the Women's History Month celebration. Bought
2026, y'all.
Yeah, I bought by all our sponsors at the bottom.
Let's say who the sponsors are.
Girl Track, Helping Hands, Bridge to Success, Yukon Health, St. Mary's, and Black Women's United. Awesome event. Always is. I will say this. It was chilly outside yesterday, ladies and gents. Woo.
But you were out there.
We walked, but let me tell you, thank you for everybody that came out, definitely, that participated, that walked, that went, for the women that were celebrated. That was awesome. And keeping with what we're talking about, the Dr. Shawnette Austin, one of the things that she highlighted again is kind of everything that we just talked about. Taking care of yourself, checking in with your doctor, you know what I'm saying, your heart, making sure you're eating right, exercising. She highlighted all those things yesterday, and she was very proud and was letting everybody know in the room of the women who got up and walked, and walk at a certain pace.
You don't have to keep up with the person in front of you.
You don't have to keep up with the person in front of you. You may go a little bit slower than whoever, but it doesn't matter. The point is you got up and you did it. You know what I mean? My granddaughter was out there, and when she first started, 9 years old, her face was so scrunched up. But I'm telling you, it was cold and it was windy. But guess what? She walked ahead of me. She did, and she finished it. So it was young girls and women of all ages that were out there, and that is a good thing. Even the support system that was out there, even though it was all about women, there were young men in there helping out, which I just love. I love to open up a box and somebody comes in and just start helping. So what I'm just saying, we just give back in all kind of ways to the women that we care about and the ones that we don't even know. People were just there. So shout out to Arlanda too for always being out there. I want to highlight her.
This
also,
is year, what, 5 for her or 6?
I'm not going to even say that I know, but I'll go with you, 5 or 6. But
because she did a post of her past The
of
past
doing this.
event.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
she did a post.
And I will apologize because one thing I'm not up on it. My sister knows is social media. So, but no, the event happened. It will happen again. I know that there's some further events that would be coming up. Support.
Yeah.
Support.
Let's talk about some
Some
of
of the ladies
so
that
you
were
talked
there.
about Dr. Shawnette.
Yep,
What's her last name again? Austin.
Austin. Yes.
At St.
you know
Mary's
what?
Hospital, right? You can
Yeah.
read-
She is she at St. Mary's? I can't even remember.
Yeah, I
but
believe
what
so.
she also is an educator. So her being in practice, I think now she's more educating.
Okay.
There were women who had her as their doctor,
Right.
and they gave her
Cheryl's
so
doctor.
much. Oh, really?
Cheryl knows her very well.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't know her, but Cheryl knows her very well.
Yeah, me either. Because there was women talking about her, and I'm like, oh, I didn't
gotta
know her,
reach out to
but.
her.
Awesome young lady as she talked and educated everybody. Stacey Dames was there. She also was highlighted again. She's being highlighted because she has her
Restaurant.
yes. I wanted to say the name of
And she
Southern
is-
Tree.
yeah,
Southern
Southern Tree.
Tree.
She-
No, I didn't want to read it. I didn't want to. I really
Don't
wanted
be
just to
stumped.
highlight
Don't be
it.
stumped.
I'm looking to see,
Right.
but nope. Stacey was there.
Southern Tree.
Southern Tree.
She's on Huntington Avenue, Huntington Chase Avenue.
Yep,
Yep.
she is. And Sean,
Soul
this
Food
is not
is
up
great.
here.
She's supposed to be on our show. She's gonna be on our show.
She's
soon.
gonna be on our show.
Yep.
There was somebody else that was posh was there too.
Oh, she
no,
was?
she wasn't honored. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
but she was there.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
She said hi. I said hi. She said, "You don't remember who I am? I'm da da da."
We're gonna have her on the show too.
Yes. Morgan Bell.
Yeah, young lady.
Oh my gosh, so
Yeah.
beautiful, so pretty, as you can see. Morgan also, I'm trying to see. And it's very hard because it's not
a social
highlighted
worker?
what she does. Yes, she works for the Department of Connecticut for Families and Children's. I love talking with these young ladies and hear their experience because a lot of people that we meet and we're around,
You have no clue.
you don't.
You have
yes,
no
but
clue
what they're
what they
doing
do
is
or
so
how- Yeah,
important. You
yeah.
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like this young lady giving back, not even giving back, but this is her education. This is her passion to work with families to make sure children
all
of
set,
ages are getting into
protected.
permanent,
Homes.
safe homes. For her to have that passion and that drive,
And she's young.
kudos
she's
to
in her
her.
30s.
Kudos to her. Definitely kudos to her. The next person we have up here is Miss Rhonda. Miss Rhonda Gatlin. And as you can see, Rhonda has a plethora of things that she does. I do know one of the things that she's been at her job for 20-something years. She also does the Ungroup. She's been in that for several years. Nope, it says
She's
12
one of-
years.
she's one of the founder
She's one of
members,
the
right?
founders, yep. She's very busy in the community with the Double Dutch, Powering Your Body, 40 plus. She does the big prom giveaway. That's coming
Yes,
up,
that's
so
coming
don't
up.
forget
Oh,
to
right.
check the dates, for the March, the Saturdays that they're taking donations. April, I believe, and I don't have the exact date. She did talk about that yesterday. April, they'll be giving away. She's still asking for donations,
I think March 21st she's taking
the
donations
last
too, I believe,
donations.
right?
Yeah, and
Up
the
at
giveaway would be
Berkeley.
April. Yeah, Berkeley Warner Recreation Center. So if you have stuff in your closet, we talk about a lot of times the young ladies, and they need everything done
Yeah.
from their hair to their nails.
Right.
The dresses, the shoes. If you have some of that stuff in your closet,
And even men, because
Yep,
they
if you
did
have stuff-
tuxedos last year, I believe they did tuxedos. So if
Let's
you
not
if
forget
y'all
about
have
them,
suits,
yes.
ties for young men, they're taking all of those things. They got it.
Yes.
They gotta be gently used or new
yes.
and clean.
Mm-hmm. And they take monetary donations too.
They do.
They take monetary donations. So get in those closets. And,
Yeah.
like she said, 9 times out of 10, we wear those gowns once and we hang them up. Or we've had them hanging in the
Forever.
closet and we're not
Forever.
going to get in it. What we going to do with it?
Exactly,
Like, be
right.
honest.
Yeah.
Our kids don't want them. My granddaughters don't want them. I know mine don't. Ain't stuff they want to wear. But
I'm so glad my kids are young. I mean, old. They're old.
you got grandbabies, baby. They
You're
don't
right,
want
our
those.
granddaughter,
They
our
don't
oldest
want those
granddaughter,
either,
she
though.
don't want it. She don't want it.
Marshana Dawkins,
I think it's Mashana.
Dawkins. Okay, she's a human resource director at Waterbury Hospital. I just love hearing these things because you don't know. So when you get educated and you walk into these facilities knowing that there's a person of color that is at top level
I was
working
about
there,
to say that's the boss.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. We love
That's
to
the
hear
boss.
it. So again, she's giving back. She is inspiring. She's an author. She has a journal, Girls Get Up. Yep. Girls Get Up.
And she does a lot of different events too. That
Does she? Okay.
Yeah, that are empowering for women, things like that. Actually, I had the honor of participating in one of the mental health events she had last year, where she was talking about, how do you take care of your mental health naturally.
Okay.
Yeah, so it
Nice.
was nice. It was nice. She had a few other people there that talked about what they do, and she does a lot. She is always highlighting women. Her events are always.
Yeah.
I mean, I always see the posts. I don't know her personally, but I know her family. I know her family. And really,
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Beautiful, beautiful women. And I think our
Sherry.
last one is Miss Sherry Jones. And I really do enjoy being around Sherry. She really is an open book. She has a dedicated career. She worked for the city of Connecticut for several years.
The city of Connecticut.
The state of Connecticut. Listen, y'all know what I mean. No, she worked for the state of Connecticut for several years. I don't have the exact number right here. Sherry is really just a dedicated individual who loves giving back, and Sherry is one of those people who works in the background.
You don't know.
She's always doing something and gets
quick.
right in.
Yeah.
She dances with Paula. She does the 40 plus. She does the power in your body. And she's very much into her health also, health and fitness. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things that we do when we give back to the communities, go into the schools and stuff. Sherry's like one of the first women to say, hey, I'm going to go and I'm going to do that. So it was an awesome event, like I said. And I love seeing faces old and new, because I don't know what everybody does until we have certain events like this, or sometimes when you sit down and talk to people. So again, back to your girlfriend that was saying she don't have anything to do, like you do. Take somebody to lunch one day.
I know.
Hey, let me talk to you. Let me tap into you.
Let me learn, right?
Yes.
Let me learn about you, who you are. You're right.
What's going on? What can I do differently, or how can I get involved? Whatever makes you happy. We got to find our happy place.
Oh, who says that? J Hud?
No, I do.
When she says she calls her show the happy place. I like that. I know that you say it. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to take away from my girl that said it first. Okay.
She can have it right now.
That happy place, right? You say,
whatever.
The gym is your happy place.
The gym is my happy place.
Yeah. That's cool.
It really is. But we all have our things that make us happy.
Yeah. So we got to remember what's important, right? As an individual, as a collective with people, beauty, health, and wellness is important. It's very important.
Yes.
And that encompasses all of your life. It doesn't just encompass your hair, or exercise or whatever. What is your happy place? Like, what makes you happy? What makes you healthy? What is the one thing that you're going to do from this point on where it's going to create healthiness for you?
Right.
And
that's a loaded question, because there's no wrong answer to that.
There's no wrong answer.
Yeah.
It's whatever answer you have for yourself.
Exactly.
Is what makes the difference. Like, what is... we challenge you, and share it in the comments. We challenge you.
Come on, guys.
Right.
We put out some challenges and we don't get no response. What are we doing wrong here? Respond.
That's all right. We're going to keep doing it till somebody does. But what is it that you're going to do, that one thing towards your well-being, right? Yes. Health-wise, beauty-wise, wellness-wise, whatever. That's gonna take you to another level of happiness. Like, what do you do to be happy?
after you get up and give him thanks, what makes you want to go ahead and start that Monday? You know,
Or start the day. We
Start
always talk
that
about
day.
we gonna start
well,
on
I just
Monday.
because
Just-
today's Sunday, so I
Yeah,
just
and it
thought,
already started, huh? Okay.
yeah.
But yeah, you know how they go. They used to call Monday blues or something like that. Didn't they
Did
used
they?
to say
I
that?
don't know.
Oh.
Well, you know what though? I could kind of understand that because Sunday you get in that mood depending on again what you're doing in life and how happy you are or not. You do get that, oh, I got to get up and go to work and I got to do this project or I got, you know what I mean? So I kind of do understand that saying the Monday blues and we got to turn that around.
I was about to say, for me,
you got to turn that around.
I love Mondays. I swear I'm the most productive on Mondays. I am the most productive on Mondays. I wake up on Monday like, yay, we get another week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We get another day. I always looked at Mondays that way. You know, and back in the day, I used to work on Mondays. I don't work on Mondays. I do work on Mondays, but not.
That's why she's the most productive. She doing other stuff on her Mondays now.
Yeah, no, I love it. Mondays to me is like, oh, we get to start another week. Last week wasn't as great as we wanted it to be, but you know what? Monday's here. We can start another week.
I think being thankful and grateful, but you also have to like what you're doing. If you don't wake up and you don't like what tomorrow brings for you, we have to change those things too.
Right.
We don't have to sit in that. We are not our grandparents where, they went to those jobs
They were work
and they retired from those same jobs.
But you know what? Our grandparents did not complain about going to their jobs.
Right.
They were grateful for their jobs.
Right.
And it had nothing to do with being professional or liking what they wanted, whatever. It was about taking care of the family.
They did what they had to do.
Yeah, they did what they had to do without complaining. You know what I mean? So that's the other thing too, is if you don't like your job, you have to look for another one, right? That's just I say it, but what I mean by that is if you have anxiety because you hate going to your job, you hate your job, you can't stand whoever you work with and all of that, you have to change. This goes back to what makes you happy. If it doesn't make you happy, you have to shift.
Find something
You know
else.
me, I'm like, look, shift and move, right? Figure out what it is that you like. Start putting your resume out there. What is it that you really want to do? Because if you every day get up and say, I got to go to this job, and you already have the mindset that the day is going to be bad.
You bring that into your day.
Yeah, and you don't want to do that. You are responsible for your happiness, and that comes with mindset. If your mindset is all the time, I hate my job, I can't stand these people, and you go in there before you even get out the car to go in the building, you got to reevaluate that. If you are not going to leave your job, you need to change your mindset about it.
You got to make it work for you, whatever it is. You have to make it work for you.
You have to say, thank you, Lord, for this job. Thank you. Be grateful. Be like our grandparents and our mothers and fathers that worked in those sweatshops forever and retired, right? Do you think they liked working in those conditions? No, but they were grateful to have the job. So think about gratitude first before you go into the building, before you imagine walking in with a smile, whether you want to smile or not. You keep doing it until it becomes natural, right? Go in there with a smile. The people around you, I guarantee it will change the atmosphere. I guarantee it. If you know that one person comes in all the time and they're like Debbie Downer all the time, what do? Usually they're a repellent. Usually it's like, oh God, here she go. Let me get out of here, But you don't want to be that Debbie Downer. If you're that Debbie Downer, change it up and surprise them by going in and saying good morning, even if it's somebody you can't stand. Good morning. Bless them anyway. It's hard. But you can say good morning to the room without saying good morning directly to the person that you don't like. But at the same time,
I'm just sitting here listening and laughing because you're right.
That's what you got to do.
Right.
Who do you take care of? Nobody in that room is going to take care of you like you're going to take care of you. So you got to walk in with, today's a good day. Today I'm going to have a good day, right? All things are going to work for my good. Thank you, Jesus, for this job.
All things are going to work according to God's plan. We think it's our plan, but it's His.
It is
Just
His.
pay attention.
Yeah,
Take attention. One step at a time.
Yep.
And I'm not saying this because I ain't trying to be no preacher or I know the Bible back and forth. That's not why I say that. I say that because I'm talking to myself. My mindset today has to get ready for what's next. What's next when I walk out this door? When I get home, what am I going to do? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to even jump to Monday right now.
No.
And that's
Be
the
in the
thing that we
present.
do.
That's what
Yeah, we
'cause
do that
we're
too.
not
We're
in the
preparing right
present.
now for tomorrow morning,
Right.
and we're setting ourselves up for failure.
Yeah,
And it's
be
not
in the
easy out
moment.
there. When we say go find another job, do your resume, we know it's not. It's not easy.
It's not.
But put in the work, take one step at a time, and stay prayed up. That's
Change
the only
your
thing.
mindset.
Stay prayed up.
Pray before you go into your job. I have a
Definitely.
client that said, I prayed before I went into this meeting because I knew this meeting was going to be crazy and it was going to be this, it was going to be that, because the last few meetings were like that. And she's like, and I need this meeting to be productive. I need it to be, I don't need personal attitudes in this meeting, this, that, and other, blah, blah, blah. So she said, I prayed before I went into the meeting. And she said, do you know that meeting was not what I expected it to be?
It went well, right?
She said she didn't say it went totally well, but it wasn't the anxiety that she had over it was gone once she prayed before it.
Okay.
Right? That was her point. She's like, my anxiety went before, because you have that preconceived notion of what it's going to be, right? You don't know for a fact it's going to be that, but you are what you speak.
I was going to say, we make it that though when we go
if
in
you
like
speak
that.
it into there is a such thing as speaking it into existence if you think about it. If you think about it. So she did. She said, that's what I'm doing from now on. She says, and there was no, she didn't plan to pray before she went in. She just automatically did. I said, that's Holy Spirit, girl. You had no control over that, right? But she did, and it was different. So now she's adopting that mindset before she goes into a meeting, because the company is just upside down right now. There's a whole lot of changes happening, and she has no control over the changes, but she does have a team that she leads. And so I mean, I just say that to say you are what you think. So if you think the day is going to be terrible and you have anxiety about walking in that door, think about how you can change the atmosphere by just walking in and saying good morning, where normally you wouldn't say nothing to nobody. You'd slam your stuff down on your desk and get everything ready, then look for, whatever.
Yeah.
It's up to you. Put it in the comments.
It's so funny because I'm just sitting here listening to you, and I am thinking about when I was back in the office, and I may have told this story where I had a boss. Nope, manager, not a boss. Manager. And she would come in and walk down the aisle and not say nothing. I said to her one day, I said, excuse me. I said, I don't want to say her name, but I said, do you know you set the tone?
When you walk in the door.
I said, you walk down and you don't say nothing to anybody. She apologized. And from that day forward, she starts saying good morning.
That's it. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
You don't have to say good morning to every individual.
Yeah.
Just the word
Just good morning. I swear, she would walk down the aisle and not say nothing. And the way she walked, you knew she had something.
Attitude.
She
yeah.
just, you're not happy to be here. Something happened at home. I don't know what it is, but we didn't do it.
Right.
So it does make a difference.
Miss Sanders came in the shop one day, and I was going through my stuff, and I just walked in. I didn't say nothing to anybody. She said to me,
I feel sorry for you.
She said, because she tore me up that day. And she kept going until she left. She said, God rest her soul, I love Miss Sanders. Shout out to our girlfriend, Linda, that won't come on the show. We're going to have her on the show. But anyway, Miss Sanders one day said to me, did I sleep with you last night? I didn't even know what she was talking about, right? She said, did I sleep with you last night? I said, huh? She said, you come in here with your attitude and this and that and didn't speak to nobody or whatever, like somebody slept with you. Did any of us sleep with you last night? I said, no. She said, well, then don't come in here like that again.
Period.
I said, I apologize, and I spoke to every single person, and it changed my attitude the rest of the day. The rest of the day. And she reminded me on her way out, don't come in here like that again. Yeah. Now, mind you, we were raised that way. You don't walk in a room without speaking.
That. You don't walk anywhere without speaking. You come into somewhere, hello.
That's it. That's it. No matter if your arch enemy is in the room, you just say hello to the room.
Keep it moving.
And keep on moving. That's it. That's it. I know we went on a tangent on that, but you know,
okay.
sometimes it's important.
Sometimes we just have, like you used to say, shop talk. Sometimes you
Yes.
just have shop talk,
Yeah, yeah.
and it's okay.
Love yourself.
Cause we back on Tea and Cornbread is back in the
Back
studio.
in the building.
Yes.
Yes. So I'm excited. I'm excited about the things that we are talking about this month. Yes.
Yes. Let's touch one more thing. I know you have an event coming up.
It
Let's
starts
talk
today.
about it. Does,
Yeah.
but you have other events that were coming up. Do you still have room, or is it closed?
No, it's not closed. It's called the Restored and Rooted Experience.
Okay.
And it's going to be an experience. So today, and you guys are probably going to see this after today, but today we are showing people how to construct a smoothie for your issues. So we're focusing on hormones, gut health, and weight loss, right? And I'm so excited. I got all my stuff prepared. So you're going to
Nice.
literally, they're bringing their blenders. Like, this is a hands-on experience. This is not a look and learn. This none of that, right? They're going to leave with their own blend. It's y'all missing it. Y'all missing it. Just so you know, y'all missing it, right? But the purpose
No,
of
they're
it,
not, because there are people coming to the program.
yes,
So
yes.
yeah.
But they're gonna be there, so they're not gonna see this yet. But anyway, yeah, it's called Restored and Rooted, and it goes back to these three women that we just spoke about
Taking
today,
care of
right?
yourself.
Teaching you, okay,
Prevention, nutrition, and wellness.
exactly, to restore your body. How can you restore your body naturally? And that's what we're talking about. This is not about just making a smoothie. Because people say, oh, I have my smoothie in the morning and, or I'll make a juice and da-da-da. But are you making it on purpose? You know what I mean? Are you making
Know what you're putting in there, how it's going to benefit you.
Exactly. What the
Yes.
ingredients are for. Because you may not know if you put a lot of people, cayenne pepper right now is like a huge herb that people say to use, especially if you have heart issues, because of blood circulation, things like that, right? Cayenne pepper is really good, but cayenne pepper is not good for a person that's in menopause that has hot flashes. It can bring on a hot flash. You know what I mean? So there are things that I'm going to teach in this class on what are the foods to have to support your immune system. I mean, not your support your immune system automatically anyway, but to support your hormones.
Okay.
Right. So if you're a person that's always having hot flashes and your doctor's giving you hormone therapy, which is still medication, which is fine and it works. Some people need it, but there are ways that you could control. I didn't go through it. My doctor told me after my hysterectomy, I did have a hysterectomy we'll talk about my story another day, but they said you're going to go straight into menopause. And I didn't. I didn't. And that's because I was changing my lifestyle at that time, and I'm staying the course. This is 15 years later now. But so this is, that's what it is. The next class, because we're talking about what goes in your body, on your body, and around your body. And around your body means your environment. You don't understand.
It's not just for women, though.
No, it's not. It's for everybody. The environment, you think, but if you're using plugins, I say it all the time. If you're using plugins, if you're using aerosol sprays, if you're using dryer sheets, if you're using anything with perfumes and body lotions, body, those things could contribute to your hot flashes. They can contribute to your inflammation, your skin issues, things like that. So, the Restored and Rooted experience is to give you the tools, to give you a foundation to start to eat right. Pay attention to what you're putting on your body. Pay attention to what's around your body.
And this is just the beginning of upcoming events that you and April probably will put on.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So when I created this is from having conversations that I have all the time with people, and they're always like, well, what can I eat to do this? Or what can I eat to do that? And it's not just about what you eat. It starts there, though, because all disease starts in the gut. All disease starts in the gut. All disease starts in the gut. Can't get in your gut unless you consume it.
Yes.
So, we start there first.
In talking, all things women for the month of March, You hear my co-host.
Oh, yes. So we do have room. You can go to the Restored and Rooted Experience.com, or you can, I have to say it slow because it's long, right? Or you can go to, and it'll all point to the actual information. So yeah, the Restored and Rooted Experience.com, or you can go to newpathwellnessgroup.com. And when you go to the website, just look for the Restored and Rooted tab and just click on that and you'll get the information. You'll also get a freebie from it. Or you could just go to newpathwellnessgroup.com, and at the front page, you can get a freebie for turning down the heat. That's what it's called. Turn down the heat.
All right. Go check it out and see what she's talking about.
Yep.
Nice.
Thank you.
Nice.
Yeah. So that goes back to taking care of your body.
She's a busy lady. She's a busy lady.
And learning what nourishes you.
Awesome.
And creating space for your healing. All those three things. How are you going to create space for your healing?
A way of life, not a 90-day program, but a way of life.
Yeah, this has nothing to do with a deadline. It has nothing to I told that to my group right now that's in the 6-week program. This is week 3. And I said to them, listen, your health and well-being has no deadline. It has no deadline. So when you start exercising, just start exercising. When you start eating healthy, just start eating healthy.
Yes.
It has no deadline, because every day, it takes 1 day, 1 hour, 1 minute at a time to make a change.
That's it.
That's it.
Awesome.
Right.
Awesome.
So what you got going on this week?
Today, when I leave here, we have an event, a Double Dutch event at the mall.
Okay.
So I'll go to that. And after that, I'm going home and chill.
All right. There you go.
Get myself ready. Find something good to eat.
There you go.
Outside of that, nothing.
All right. Well, thank you, people.
Yes.
Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment.
Subscribe,
we really
like, and share.
And share. Yeah, there you go. But also, comment. Just let us know.
Yes.
What are you going to do for your health and well-being? What one change will you do? I'm curious to see if people will respond to that.
Yes.
I love that they say, "Oh, nice episode, love it." No, we want some interaction.
Let's
tell
us what you liked about it.
Yeah, tell us what
tell
you
us
liked
what we can do more
What
of.
was your aha moment?
Yeah.
What is
you,
that?
what
one
did you
thing
take away
took
from
away?
it?
Yeah.
Yes.
One thing you're gonna take away from it?
So stick with us for the rest of the month. We are doing all things women, great women, locals, history.
Yeah.
So
we got some guests coming on, and they're so. I'm excited to have them on, because
we always feel like our guests are so dynamic.
And
men and women, they are just so. We feel like we get the best of the best.
We do, absolutely, absolutely. That are right here, that you don't have to go looking for. These are people that you can touch. These are people that you can, build a relationship with and get involved in the things that they're doing.
They're out there with the people and for the people.
Yes. All right.
So,
thank you again.
Yeah.
Have a great one.
Thank you.